Will AI replace data analysts? Here's my honest answer. The fear is real. Layoffs are real. And by now, we know that AI is not just a trend, it's here to stay. But fear is making people make bad decisions. Two things you'll walk away with from this video: a clear view of what AI does and does not do, and the 3 skills that will not just protect your career, but help you grow it. For those who don't know me, I'm Laura Fiacco. I grew up in Florida, and a wild turn of events brought me to Europe, in Ireland, and 4 years ago, I moved to Spain. When I first moved here, I barely spoke the language. I could order a coffee, but I definitely could not negotiate the rental terms with my landlord. And AI is in the same spot in your company right now. It can answer the easy questions, but it cannot read the room and tell that the VP is furious that it just showed a dashboard making his region look bad. Right now, AI is a tool with no context, no judgment, and no relationships. And you have all 3. AI is easy to understand. That's why people love it. It doesn't need to eat, rest, go on vacation. It's reliable and it's fast. So there are definitely many tasks that AI will replace. Companies will use AI to summarize long documents and to take meeting notes. Companies will use it to search across vast amounts of data and summarize that. Companies will use AI to draft a first version of a dashboard, and it's fluent in every language, including coding. So it can write a query from plain language. If 80% of your week is any of those tasks I just listed, then unfortunately your role is probably at risk. Not because you don't have value, but work has changed. Early in my career as a data analyst, I would spend weeks preparing slides. I would have loved to have the technology of today to do that work in just 10 minutes. Today, that's the work that's being replaced. And the work where I was speaking to clients and speaking to executives is where the real value lies. So these are my list of skills that AI will never replace. Number 1, the ability to challenge assumptions. AI is great at validating ideas. Great catch, I was mistaken. Here's the real data you were asking for. Want me to build another dashboard? Sound familiar? The most valuable analysts are the ones who say, listen guys, I think we're looking at the wrong problem. They recognize the context that AI doesn't, and they push back without creating conflict. The second skill, prioritization for impact. AI doesn't understand human limitations. It can be a multifaceted tool that everyone can use. It can build a spreadsheet for one person and give relationship advice to another person. But in business, focus is essential for success. Businesses need a clear, defined strategy and a clear, addressable market. Product teams need to ship new features and test them before shipping the next one. The real value that humans will bring is the strategic thinking. Which of these is going to drive the most impact? You have to define your number 1 priority. And the third skill, leadership. AI works for us, not the other way around. The best analysts will exemplify confidence as a leader, as a domain expert. They build relationships with their peers and drive a group together towards a shared vision. That means influencing the actions of others, even if they don't have authority over them. If you notice, all of these skills include communication, relationship building, and conflict resolution. We used to call these skills soft skills, but they're now considered critical skills because of AI. So here's some tactical advice on how you can start doubling down on these skills right now. The first thing you can do is be proactive. Don't wait for people to come to you asking questions. They will start asking those questions to AI. Anticipate what the business needs and just start building it. Solve problems for your team that they haven't yet asked you to solve. As an example, early in my career, I used to meet with the VP of sales. Ahead of that meeting, I would always pull the data, analyze it, and have a recommendation in mind. I basically did all the work for him, and all he had to do was show up to the meeting and agree or disagree. A few months later, my company did a restructuring, and that VP asked if I could still stay on his accounts. That is the kind of situation you want to be in. The second thing you can start doing is to start acknowledging the trade-offs with every decision. Acknowledge that with every yes comes a no to something else you could be doing. That doesn't mean you have to actually say the word no, by the way. It could just mean you deprioritize something else. As an example, you could say something like, hey there, I just received your request for a dashboard by the end of the week. I already committed to doing the quarterly business review by the end of the week. Which one should take priority? Notice how I didn't actually say no to doing the request, I just acknowledged that there were trade-offs. And the third thing you can start to do is to communicate for action. This means acknowledging that your analysis is not at all about the analysis. It's focused on the action that you should be taking on the back of your analysis. As an example, instead of saying, here's the Q3 revenue breakdown by region, you could say, Q3 revenue is down 4% in Europe, driven entirely by the churn of one client. As next steps, I'd recommend reaching out to customer support to focus on our top accounts as a priority. So, what do I think the future role of the analyst will be? Analysts won't be replaced by AI, but they will be replaced by other analysts who've used AI to automate those old tasks to do in just 10 minutes so that they could focus on building relationships in their role. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you want to learn more about how I help analysts build these future-proof skills, check out the link in the description below.